Hey guys, Matthew here. In this video I'm going to just talk to you about the basics of bump mapping. So bump mapping is just effectively something which tells the texture to go up and down when it renders. So it's a great way of creating kind of formal complexity in an image without actually having to model that set complexity. So the cobblestone is a good example, even though it's completely out of scale, which we'll get to later. But these bricks should be out and this dirt here should be in. So the game becomes, how do we get the bricks to come out of the page and the kind of stuff in the middle to stay in the middle? And the answer is a bump map. So first off, you'll notice that we can't actually just drag the cobblestone onto the bump channel. It'll just change it to the properties tab. So we need to be quite careful with that, okay? Because when we do that, we unselect the object and it goes to the kind of the camera view, which is actually quite frustrating. So first thing we'll do is we'll go and just follow this file path. So I'm just going to click there. I'm going to go computer, see users, me, app data, roaming, McNeil, rhinoceros, 5.0, localization, ENUS, render content, textures, and here we are. And if we choose our cobblestone texture, you'll notice that now the render looks a bit different. It's got all this kind of weird stuff going on, which is actually what we want. And if we type out render, you'll notice that it'll render out that bumpiness. Now the major reason why it looks weird is because it's so out of scale. But you'll see here that, you know, there's this little bit coming up of the brick, which is exactly what we want to see. So this isn't the greatest kind of effect we can get out of this. We can actually do much, much better. So what we really want to do is copy this cobblestone pattern using copy and paste it somewhere you know where it is. Then you want to open it in Photoshop, like so. Let me just turn these off and delete that, and delete that, and you'll notice that here we are. It's the image. Now, what we really want to do is make all this, let me lower this, make all the inside bits black so it doesn't actually move up, and make all the bricks as kind of white as we can get it, right? But the bricks also have a kind of up and down thing going on, right? So we also want there to be kind of, you know, speckles of the grey where it's supposed to be. So the best way to start to get there is to use a hue saturation mask to just get it all black and white to begin with, and then start trying to play with levels and curves to try and get a far stronger result. So I'm just going to save this out as a .png. There it is. And I'm just going to call it cobblestone 2. Once we've done that, you can go to your bump channel, click on the text, and then click the ... Go to wherever you saved it, and apply that texture. You'll notice that the file will update, and if you render it out, you get a different result. You can also change the effect of the bump by changing the number in here. So that's 50% effect, and that's 0% effect, which gets us back to the original image. So bump mapping is very, very useful in creating kind of more three-dimensional depth in a material than is actually present in the object that the material is applied to. See you in the next video.